NewGenGamers.com.
Welcome everybody to another New Gen Gamers Console Wars of the Past. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Phillips Compact Disc Interactive, the CD-I.
Well,
Yes.
Technically we have a Magnavox CD-I.
I was getting to that. See, our model is actually a Magnavox CD-I. It is the Compact Disc Interactive CD200 series. And as you can see, I have a little bit of cosmetic damage to my CD-I.
It works.
It works though. Sometimes when those old disk drives go, you just have to let them go. Here we have the open and close button. Here we have your on-off switch and play and stop for video function. Here's an input selector, which would take the controller, the wired controller.
Your wired controller.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like a keyboard thing, but it's not.
So let me turn this around. We'll take a look at the back panel. Okay, on the back panel, start over here, we have your audio and video. It kind of has a setup kind of like a VCR, because it has the in and out. So you could kind of pipe through. Over on this side, we have your power. You have a room for a second controller, which why they would put it in the back, that's never worked. Here's another. Here's the rest of your video cable. The way the AV cable splits, you can easily do that, so it's not really a push. You just have to use one that's specifically for that. Something to point out here is actually the digital video cartridge for the CD-I. This is actually a separate accessory. I have it attached in here. I'm not going to even take it out, but...
Well, see, it says FMV extension socket.
Yeah.
What exactly is that?
Well, that would be... This is the booster for the full motion video. So you can play what I'm going to go on to next. Here we have some CD-I movie discs.
As you can see, this one's RoboCop and the ever impressive Moonstruck and Bull Durham.
Okay, let's take a look at RoboCop here. Open it. Kind of looks like a music, but you have a video CD. Two-sided video CD. So in order to watch the whole movie, you need to put in both discs. However, for a video CD, it has pretty decent quality.
Right.
Now, as you see, this disc requires the digital video cartridge, which we have attached. Alright?
Pot CD player, pot DVD player, all one machine. Oh, here's Battleship.
Here's a game. You see they come in all traditional jewel cases.
With a paper sleeve.
With a paper sleeve. Almost all of them had cardboard sleeves. Paper sleeves, yeah.
Another game that this isn't really a game, this is a...
Well, it's also something I wanted to point out because each CDI, they would subgenre it. So they would put in...
That's reference, this is movies. And that's
just a game. Yep.
Aye. And again, here we have Titanic.
It's another reference title. So, on the packaging, they distinctly told you what it was going to be, if you couldn't figure that out on your own. And now we'll take a look at the CD-I remote. This is the one that we have. This is the wireless remote. You'll hear this in the commentary where we have a little bit of lamentation because of the way you have to hold the controller.
It sucks down batteries.
However, most of the games don't require you to be hitting all of these because these are basically, these two buttons do one thing, these two buttons do one thing.
And then you have this joystick in the middle. And
then
nifty
you have
little
your VCR controls.
Yeah. And then let's show them the infrared thing.
Oh, the infrared on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an infrared remote.
And then there's the batteries.
AA batteries. 2 AA batteries to be exact.
We're cheap.
They work. It's a remote. Alright, folks. Now let's fire this thing up and see what we're gonna do.
Well, do you think we should thank Duck first for...
Oh yes, Duck, thank you very much for the CD-I. You have contributed to the console wars of the past for this.
Hats off to you, Buck.
Thanks, Duck. Welcome everybody to another NewGenGamers Console Wars of the Past. Today we are playing the Phillips CD-I.
That shit is loud, bro.
Turn it down a little bit.
There. Alright, now maybe our eardrums won't be molested.
What? Okay, there.
For right now, we'll put it right there. Anyways, this is Battleship.
Yes. I'm Ray. You should know this if you watched any of the other videos. And this is Lindsey.
Hi.
We are going to be playing Battleship first.
Based off the board game, it came out in 1991, sorry.
Wait, preface that.
Huh?
Preface that. We want to make sure that they know that the board game came out before 1991.
Yes, the board game came out and the porn game came out. No, the board game came out way before Battleship.
Yes. I actually don't have stats on when the board game came out. It's been out for a while.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to do a player versus computer match.
Okay.
One shot at a time.
Be warned, this is going to go a little bit slow.
Well, this is the CD-I.
Go!
Alright, we're deploying our ships now. As we watch the World War II scene from below. Nice stock footage there.
Right.
Cheap and easy to produce.
We missed.
Now it's the computer's turn.
He missed also. Ah!
No, he didn't miss.
Goddamn.
But you get the basic concept. It plays like the board game. If you've never played the board game, try it. It's fun.
Go get the board game. Don't let children chew on the little plastic pieces, though.
Well, you can always get one for the PC or something. They probably have it on Facebook now.
Battleship as a Facebook game. Go!
They've got everything else. I wouldn't be surprised.
But the main gist of the game is that you sink the other players' battleships before they sink yours. And it looks like that this guy is going to... Nope.
Apparently he didn't think you were going up.
But the stock footage is nice.
What?
The stock footage is nice.
Yeah, it's not bad for stock footage. I'm sure they borrowed it from like the National Archives or something. Hey, is that free? Yeah, let's go with that.
Like I said, this guy's gonna sink my submarine. Well, I haven't even gotten one hit yet.
Try to the far right.
I would if the
Right there.
controller would respond.
Is there anything obstructing the CD-I? Yeah, that would be a problem that you would face occasionally because of the infrared sensor on the CD-I controller. I don't have one of the plug-in game style pads. I have one of the original controllers that came with the original model CD-I. So it's basically like
Bullshit.
some big, bulky remote control looking thing.
Except it has a joystick.
A joystick in the middle of it.
And VCR controls.
Yeah, it's basically like a remote.
And if you're right-handed, it kind of gets hard to play it because you're like holding it with your right hand, controlling it with your right hand, but you're pointing it to the left, and it's very awkward.
Right. Well, we can.
Your hand's at a awkward angle with it.
Right.
Obviously, somebody didn't think this through.
I think they took the fix it as it rolls along type of approach.
I think there was another game company that tried that.
There's probably a few game companies that tried that over the years, but we won't name names.
As you can see, I'm losing.
Right, and that's about all there is to this game. There's a multiplayer version.
But we really don't understand it because you're sitting right next to the person you're playing with, so...
It's definitely a trust exercise, if you would.
You gotta close your eyes.
You look away. Look away.
And all of a sudden, you know, you think that you're being trustworthy to somebody, and they screw you over by sinking every one of your ships. So, this is Battleship. Like I said, made in 1991.
The same year as the CD-I.
By Capital
Disc Interactive.
Yes, Capital Disc Interactive. Which, if you spell it out...
abbreviates to CDI. How clever.
Golf clap for them.
Oh, forgive the sarcasm and the... whatever that we're doing for this system, because...
Oh, you can also speed up this game by pressing the action button. Like, let's say you make a choice. I missed. I press the action button again because I don't want to go through this mini movie that's playing down here.
Okay, yes, so if we don't want to watch Victory at Sea, we'll just keep continuing to cycle through.
Yes. I mean, it's pretty nifty for people who are impatient like me.
Right, right. Get you through the game a little bit faster.
So.
But that's our look at Battleship. We're going to move on to the next CDI title and get into a little bit more of the early system information and the launch and everything. So, we'll be right back.
Say you're watching TV and this guy says...
It's CD-I, friends, the next generation CD player that works with your TV.
And you'd say...
But I have a CD player.
Then your mom says...
No, dear. CD-I works with your television.
You'd probably feel pretty dumb and maybe even fake it like you'd already experienced the ultimate in games, movies, music, and more.
Trust me, babe. I know about this CD-I stuff.
Now get into CD-I starting at $2.99 with $200 of free software.